The road to GH will reveal that after Carly discovered the truth about the relationship between Willow and Drew, a terrible storm hit Willow's life. She could not imagine the extent of the damage Carly would inflict on her and the children, especially since Carly, with her strong-willed nature and deep resentment, could not accept that her daughter-in-law had done something wrong with someone she had always trusted, Drew. Willow felt confused and guilty, not only for hurting Michael, Nina, Carly, and those around her, but also for secretly hiding her relationship with Drew. She knew Carly would never forgive her, especially as she would do anything to gain custody of Amelia and Wiley. Carly not only saw this as a betrayal, but also as an opportunity to take back custody for Michael, despite Willow being their biological mother. In her desperation, Willow turned to her mother, Nina, who had always stayed out of Willow's life for years and was now hurt by Willow's actions. Their relationship had been strained and filled with conflicts, but now, Willow had no other choice but to ask for Nina's help. She feared Carly would not only take custody of the children, but would also do everything to make Willow and Drew's lives a living hell. Willow begged Nina to help her take Amelia and Wiley out of Port Charles to escape Carly's vengeance. She feared that if Carly had the chance, she would stop at nothing to drag her into a legal and social nightmare. Nina, though very angry and disappointed by Willow's actions, especially after finding out that her daughter had slept with her lover, could not bring herself to abandon her. Despite the rage she felt, Nina knew, as a mother, she could not let her daughter fall into a dire situation. Nina had devised a plan to get Willow and the children out of the city. They would leave at night to avoid attracting Carly's attention and that of others. Willow felt as though she was running away from her own family, but she had no other option. She pleaded for her mother's forgiveness, hoping that one day they could mend their broken relationship. Willow was overcome with guilt. She had hurt her mother too much, and now Nina was helping her in this dire situation. She understood that even though she had been saved, her life would never be the same. Carly would never forgive her, and Michael would certainly not overlook this betrayal. It was even possible that, after this, her custody rights would be revoked, and she would have to live with that punishment for the rest of her life. However, misfortune had not yet finished with them. While hurrying to leave Port Charles, Nina's car was involved in a serious accident on the highway. Another car, out of control, crashed directly into theirs. The crash happened suddenly, causing Nina's car to overturn, and all three in the vehicle were severely injured. Willow woke up in the hospital, her body aching, bruised, and her head spinning. She felt the anxiety and pain not only from her injuries, but also from the plight of her children. Amelia and Wiley, still so young, what would happen to them if Carly gained custody? She remembered the moment the car flipped, her mother's screams, and then the silence of the night. Nina sat by Willow's hospital bed, her face full of anger, but also concern. Though she could not forgive Willow for sleeping with Drew, a mother's heart could not be completely cruel. She knew that, no matter what, she had to protect Willow and her grandchildren. A tumultuous relationship, full of anger yet love, was being tested once again. Meanwhile, Carly, fueled by anger and determined to fight for Michael, had begun to implement her plan to win custody of the children. She not only wanted to push Willow out of Wiley and Amelia's lives, but also aimed to make Drew pay for hurting her. But no matter what, Willow knew that her life would never be the same again. Amid these events, she had to face Carly's fury and the shattered relationships. Everything was far from over, and the battle for custody had only just begun. Carly, with her strength and Michael's vast connections, not only had the ability to win custody but could also ensure Willow's failure in every aspect, from legal to social. Willow realized she could not confront them. Michael, with his powerful family and support from various sides, would always have the upper hand. In this situation, Willow had no choice but to accept the consequences of her mistakes. Though she begged Nina for help to avoid Carly taking custody, she knew her actions had consequences. By betraying the trust of many, especially her mother, she had pushed herself into an inescapable situation. Even with her mother's help, Willow understood that she would have to face punishment and take responsibility for her decisions.